10 most expensive things owned by the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds have been in control of the world's money supply for more than 2 centuries. The family's business empire encompasses a diverse range of business interests, including investment banking, asset management, mergers and acquisitions, mining, energy, mixed farming, wineries, and charities. The family's domination of the world's financial markets continues to this day, and that means they own some of the most expensive assets today. What do you think they are? Can you take a guess? Here are the top 10 most expensive things owned by the Rothschilds. Number 1. Rushbrooke Estate. The Rothschilds' sprawling 1700-country estate, which comes with its own village at its heart, was valued at £24 million back in 2015. Boasting 34 cottages and farmhouses, an award-winning stud farm, and 2 lakes, Rushbrooke Estate in Suffolk is one of the most expensive properties outside the southeast. The estate has been owned by one of Europe's most famous families since 1938. Lord Rothschild had wanted a home within easy reach of Cambridge and settled for Rushbrooke Hall, a stunningly stately home in Suffolk. But the house was later left to decay, and it was later demolished after being gutted by a fire in 1961. It has recently been home to James Rothschild, who is engaged to U.S. socialite Nikki Hilton. The main replacement home was never built after the fire, but there is no shortage of accommodation on the estate. It has a main farmhouse, 2 secondary farmhouses, staff cottages, and 26 homes which supply significant rental income. Number 2. Rothschild Co. Rothschild Co. is a multinational investment bank and financial services company and the flagship of the Rothschild banking group controlled by the French and British branches of the Rothschild family. The firm's banking business covers the areas of investment banking, restructuring, corporate banking, private equity, asset management, and private banking. It is also known to serve as the advisor and lender to governments and major corporations. In addition, the firm has its own investment account in private equity. Rothschild's financial advisory division is known to serve the British nobility as well as the British royal family. Past chairman Sir Evelyn Robert de Rothschild is the personal financial advisor of Queen Elizabeth II, and she knighted him in 1989 for his services to banking and finance. With a team of 3,800 talented financial services specialists on the ground in over 40 countries across the world, this remains one of the biggest financial institutions in the world. Number 3. Four Seasons Hotel Megève. Four Seasons Hotel Megève and Les Chalets du Mont d'Arbois Megève were built on the legacy of the legendary Rothschild family. Just after the First World War, Noémie de Rothschild, wife of Baron Maurice de Rothschild, visited St. Moritz in Switzerland. She dreamed of creating a similar ski resort in France, offering an exclusive atmosphere and a distinctly French character. On the advice of her ski instructor, Try Smith, she discovered Megève, a small village dating back to the 13th century. She was immediately captivated by its charming character and the splendid panoramic views from the Mont d'Arbois plateau set above the town. The Baroness was convinced that this picturesque site could easily rival St. Moritz, and thus she decided to move forward with the creation of a ski resort at Mont d'Arbois. In 1920, construction began on the first hotel named the Palace des Neiges. With the Baroness's support, Megève quickly became a favorite meeting place of the aristocracy, as well as famous names from the worlds of business and finance. Gradually, more infrastructure was put in place to ensure the resort's long-term success. The first ski lifts and an airfield were created under the Baroness's watchful eye. A few golf holes were also created in the 1920s, but it was her son, Baron Edmond de Rothschild, a golf enthusiast, who was behind the creation of the Mont d'Arbois golf course in 1964, entrusting the layout to champion British golfer Sir Henry Cotton. All these details came together in the rise of Megève as an elegant, stylish, and authentic resort, embracing the history and local traditions the Baroness so cherished. Today, the Domaine du Mont d'Arbois extends over some 450 hectares and includes hotels, restaurants, a golf course, and ski amenities. Baroness Ariane de Rothschild has personally assisted with the interior design of Four Seasons Hotel Megève to ensure the hotel reflects her family's long heritage. Number 4. Edmond de Rothschild Group. In 1953, one Swiss member of the family, Edmond d'Adolphe de Rothschild, founded the LCF Rothschild Group, now Edmond de Rothschild Group, which is based in Geneva, and today extends to 15 countries across the world. Although this group is primarily a financial entity specializing in asset management and private banking, its activities also cover mixed farming, luxury hotels, and yacht racing. Edmond de Rothschild's group committees is currently being chaired by Benjamin de Rothschild, Baron Edmond's son. In late 2010, Baron Benjamin Rothschild said that the family had been unaffected by the financial crisis of 2007-2010 due to their conservative business practices. Various businesses under its umbrella include Banque Privée Edmond de Rothschild, Swiss private banking firm; Compagnie Financière Edmond de Rothschild, French private bank; La Compagnie Benjamin de Rothschild, Corfu, real estate; Compagnie Vinicole Baron Edmond de Rothschild, a winemaking firm. Number 5. Wine industry. The Rothschild family has been in the winemaking industry for over 150 years. In 1853, Nathaniel de Rothschild purchased Château Brun-Mouton and renamed it Château Mouton Rothschild. In 1868, James Mayer de Rothschild purchased the neighboring Château Lafite and renamed it Château Lafite Rothschild. Today, the Rothschild family owns many wine estates. Their estates in France include Château Clark, Château de Malingey, and Château Clark-Milon, to name just a few. They also own wine estates across North America, South Africa, and Australia. Primarily, Château Mouton Rothschild and Château Lafite Rothschild are classified as Premier Cru Classé, meaning first growth, the status referring to a classification of wines from the Bordeaux region of France. Saskia de Rothschild was named chairwoman of Château Lafite Rothschild in 2018, succeeding her father, Eric de Rothschild. Château Mouton Rothschild was managed by Philippine de Rothschild until she died in 2014. It is now under the direction of her son, Philippe Serres de Rothschild. Number 6. Land. In early 2018, the Rothschilds sold an Austrian hunting estate almost the size of Manhattan that the storied European banking family had owned for 143 years, and that is just one of the many they own. The 5,412-hectare parcel known as Langot was part of a massive swath of mountainous, densely wooded property Baron Albert von Rothschild of the family's Austrian line bought in the southern part of Lower Austria in 1875. According to the Rothschild family archive, he set about restoring the forests depleted by Viennese loggers while building up his own forestry and gaming enterprises. Rothschild heirs Nancy Clarice Tillman and Jeffrey R. Hoguet, who lived in the United States, sold Langot, which includes 2 power plants and a grand Tyrrellian-style lodge, to the owners of a paper manufacturing firm, Prinzhorn Holding. Number 7. Collection of yachts. The Rothschild family is said to own more than 55 luxury yachts. One of those is Planet 9, a $725,000 a week to rent yacht, which is genuinely from a different planet. The boat, built in Italy in 2018, is owned by Nat Rothschild, a member of the Rothschild family whose net worth is said to be over $1 billion. The 240-foot-long vessel can accommodate 12 guests in 9 cabins. It was designed by Tim Haywood to be one of the world's foremost explorer yachts. From the quay, Planet 9 all but obscures the site of Mount Vesuvius, which looms over the Gulf of Naples. With her high bow and broad helipad aft, she appears the very essence of an explorer yacht, purposeful and uncomplicated. The floating paradise is elegant for sure, but it is designed for more serious cruising. The superstructure is a relatively modest 3-story affair, but a huge volume has been created within the hull's tall topsides. All the tankage and machinery have been relegated to a single technical deck below the waterline. Simple description: pure luxury. Before revealing the remaining 3 most expensive things owned by the Rothschilds, kindly take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Let's continue. Number 8. Rothschild Holiday Villa, Corfu. To get to this secluded location, a speedboat will power across the still Ionian Sea until the cypress trees of the largest private estate in Corfu heave into view, and the pilot kills the engine. Above are the cream castle turrets of Nathaniel Rothschild's family villa set in olive groves and woods that stretch from valley to valley. According to locals, the Rothschilds use military-style craft to whisk their guests at a speed of 50 knots directly from the airport to a corner of northeast Corfu, where the secluded coves and remote luxury villas have become a discreet playground for the rich and powerful to mix business and pleasure. The area has become known as Kensington-on-Sea, as the West London enclave of Russian oligarchs, bankers, and conservative politicians frequent the place. The villa became a haven for business people, politicians, media moguls, art dealers, and lawyers. Aside from the Rothschilds, Lord Sainsbury, the Duke of Westminster, Prince Charles, and the Duchess of Cornwall were regular visitors, as were the Agnelli family, which controls Fiat, and also Roman Abramovich, former Chelsea Football Club owner. Number 9. Villa Ephrussi, the Rothschild. Located in Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat in the heart of the French Riviera, the Villa Ephrussi, the Rothschild is one of the most incredible venues for your wedding on the French Riviera. The Villa Ephrussi, the Rothschild, overlooking the blue waters of the Mediterranean Sea and offering a breathtaking view, is an exceptional venue for every event celebrated. It is considered one of the most outstanding wedding venues on the French Riviera due to its signature pink color. The construction of this monument took 7 years, and the villa opened its doors for the first time in 1912. It is remarkable not only for its renowned beauty, but also for the 9 themed gardens surrounding it, namely Florentine, Spanish, Garden à la Française, Japanese, Provençal, Garden de Sèvres, Exotic, Rose Garden, and a Stone Garden. The 9 gardens are all perfectly maintained throughout the year, which accentuates the luxury of the place. Number 10. Art Collection. The Rothschilds are said to be the greatest family of non-royal collectors who has ever existed. One of the greatest private art galleries in the world is now housed in the palace of the Vienna branch of the famous Rothschild family. While other aristocratic families of Europe have been gathering art treasures for 50 generations, the collection of the Vienna Rothschilds is only some 2 or 3 generations old, but the family are such art connoisseurs that in a comparatively short time they have accomplished in this respect much more than the oldest aristocratic families we know of. Their art collection is said to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's it from us today. What do you think about the 10 most expensive things owned by the Rothschilds? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed our video, why not click on another showing on screen now? Remember to click the subscribe button for more of our luxurious content and give us a like and share. This is The Luxurious. Talk to you in the next video.